1691, the year when a peculiar experiment, now considered one of the strangest in Dutch history, was conducted by a renowned scientist named Herman Boerhaave. This investigation would go on to earn him the moniker, the Iceman, and it remains shrouded in mystery even today. Boerhaave was an accomplished physician, chemist, and botanist who served as the professor of medicine at the University of Leiden in the Netherlands. His reputation for excellence in scientific research spread across Europe, and his teachings continue to influence medicine to this day. However, it's one particular experiment that piques our interest here, Boerhaave's attempt to freeze a human being. The idea might seem bizarre today, but back then, the line between science and mysticism was often blurred. The Iceman experiment aimed to discover whether life could be preserved in freezing conditions, potentially shedding light on immortality. Boerhaave conducted his controversial study under the auspices of the Dutch Republic's political and scientific elite, with the full support of the stadtholder himself. The subject chosen for this daring experiment was a convicted criminal named Adriaan Korbag, a radical thinker who had fallen afoul of both religious and civil authorities in Amsterdam. Sentenced to hard labor, it is believed that Korbag volunteered to participate in Boerhaave's groundbreaking research in exchange for a commuted sentence or pardon. The exact details of the experiment have been lost to time. However, accounts suggest that Korbag was submerged in a mixture of ice and salt, which can lower temperatures significantly below the freezing point of water. Boerhaave's team monitored Korbag's vital signs throughout the process, hoping to record any scientific breakthroughs regarding human survival in extreme cold. Despite the extensive preparations, Boerhaave's experiment failed to preserve life. Adriaan Korbag succumbed to the freezing temperatures and died during the trial. While this outcome dashed any hopes of achieving immortality through freezing, it didn't deter other scientists from pursuing similar research in later centuries. The question remains, why has such a well-documented scientist like Herman Boerhaave left behind few records about his most intriguing experiment? The lack of official accounts surrounding the Iceman only adds to the enigma surrounding this strange episode in Dutch history. As we delve deeper into the story, we'll explore various theories that attempt to explain the motivations and outcomes of Boerhaave's bizarre investigation. Was it a genuine quest for scientific discovery, or did political machinations play a more significant role? Tune in as we continue our journey into the heart of this chilling mystery. Delving into the mysterious experiment that has captivated scholars and conspiracy theorists alike, we must first examine its enigmatic architect, Herman Boerhaave. A towering figure in the annals of science, Boerhaave was a renowned physician, chemist, and botanist who served as the inaugural professor of medicine at Leiden University in the Netherlands. His groundbreaking work in chemistry, anatomy, and physiology earned him widespread acclaim during his lifetime, and he counted among his students such luminaries as Carolus Linnaeus, the father of modern taxonomy. Yet beneath this veneer of scientific accomplishment lies a more enigmatic tale, one that begins with Boerhaave's reclusive nature. Despite his exalted status, Boerhaave was known for being an intensely private individual who shunned the limelight and preferred to conduct his research behind closed doors. This tendency toward secrecy fueled persistent rumors that he was engaged in clandestine projects on behalf of shadowy patrons. Indeed, it is no coincidence that Boerhaave's most infamous experiment took place at the height of the Dutch Golden Age, a time when the Netherlands wielded immense power and influence over global trade, politics, and culture. Amid this backdrop of wealth and prestige, powerful actors within Dutch society sought to harness science as a means of furthering their geopolitical ambitions. One such group was the Dutch East India Company, which held a monopoly on trade with Asia and maintained a vast network of colonies and forts across the region. As Europe's foremost commercial powerhouse, the VOC had both the means and motive to sponsor cutting-edge scientific research that could bolster its economic dominance. It is against this backdrop that we find ourselves drawn inexorably into the murky world of Boerhaave's enigmatic experiment. While the precise nature of his patrons remains shrouded in mystery, there can be little doubt that he was not working in isolation. Rather, he was a key player in a complex web of political